Many of you are sporting locks. Some people call them dreadlocks. They're locks. And many of you now wear them. I see you from the, how you say, the growing pains stage, where it's very small and all over the place, up facing the skies, defying gravity. I love locks. I've worn locks for approximately 30 years. It is the most, I like it because all I do is wash and wear. I wash and go. And I usually wash my locks with conditioner. So most people, when they do their hair care, they wash their hair with shampoo and condition with conditioner. But I wash and shampoo with conditioner. I believe they call it co-washing. Part of the reason that many Rastas, I'm not a Rasta by the way, but when many Rastas, they're not washing their hair as often as I do. I have to wash my hair more frequently. My hair is washed at least twice a week, and much more in the summertime. I do a lot of cooking, and that's the reason why I have to wash my hair more often, because I don't like to put things on my head like bonnets and scarves, and I don't like to tie my head. I don't like the feeling. It's hot, and it just feels like so contained and constricted, and I like the freedom of having my hair flowing. However, the problem with that is you are attracting all sorts of shit, including odors, smells. So your cooking smells, whatever is in the air will be in your hair. But it doesn't matter to me because I am going to wash it anyway. Washing my hair is I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, but it certainly is a pleasure. It looks so beautiful. Our hair, black hair, looks really beautiful, more beautiful when it's been wet. And especially if it's been wet and cleaned, washed, wet and cleansed. Then it's kind of like taming our tresses by putting, because we would say we're electric, right? Throw water on it. Water should be good. Many people seem to be afraid of water and washing. And I see some people with locks that looks just dreadful. I say that because I can see. If I can see in your locks, lint. You see the hair is supposed to be black. Someone has black hair, and meaning the color that they do say is a non-color. Black is supposed to be a non-color. But let's say it's a color, right? So those with black colored hair, sometimes, and especially the males, but the women too, I see the white stuff in their locks, and I cringe because I know what it is. And I'm concerned that, I'm certain they are in the mirror and they can see. If I see a little bit of lint, and I don't see lint in my hair as I see on other people's, but when I see the lint in my hair, I immediately take a tool that I have, a pair of tweezers or something, and I go in there and I dig in. I don't care if I'm breaking the hair. It doesn't matter. Hair grows and keeps growing. My hair is growing. It's down past my butt now. So it's easy for me to maintain and keep it clean because it's long enough that I can pull it over to my eyes and see. I inspect each lock, right? And treat them accordingly so that my locks don't look like all this white stuff is in it. When I see that, I'm disgusted and I think, wow. Another thing about the Rastas that I like, but I don't practice, they mostly the real Rastas, they cover their hair, they cover their crown, okay? And that's a very good practice for keeping your hair not only contained out of your food, out of your drinks, out of everything, but it prevents it from absorbing the odors of the air around you, especially with cooking. When you're cooking, your hair is taking in all the whatever grease and steam, and these make it smell. It gets trapped in there because they're locked. And oftentimes we are putting oil, grease in our hair. Me personally, I don't like putting grease in my hair. I just don't like the idea. I think, oh, there's grease in my hair. Then I think that since I stopped putting grease in my hair, it's been a long time, I just stopped it. Because I felt I got pimples. I felt I broke out. It's as though the grease from my scalp is running down my face and clogging my pores. And then I have flare. I have a pimple from that. And I don't want that. I don't want that. So I seldom. But though lately, I have started. Greasing my scalp. I take some coconut oil and I rub in my parts. And then I get in essential oil. We sell this stuff here, and I add a few drops and grease my scalp. I love the feeling, and perhaps because it's winter, it's not disturbing me. But I know if it was summertime, I wouldn't do that, because in the summer you're sweating from your head and all that stuff is falling. I don't like that. But some of you really need to moisturize your hair more than others. For me, my locks are not a fashion statement. For me, my locks are more about me getting connected to my roots and my ancestry, maintaining my identity. So, I'm not here to straighten my hair. My great-grandfather, he had, I wouldn't call it straight. His hair had a beautiful wave. He had wavy hair, not curly hair, not kinky, not coily. He had hair that is what you would call and he looked like an Indian, but he had very black skin. Stick to your roots. Stick to your roots. Stick to your roots, and you will bear good fruit. I heard this sung by a Dominican many years ago when I went back to the island. We attended a cultural event, and there was this girl singing that. It was, at the time, it sounded funny. I got the message loud and clear, and I agreed. But the writing of the poem, it was pure hilarity. It was a comedy. And also the voice accompanying her rendition of it. It was just, I laughed. It was funny. Anyway, I woke up and it's the witching hour. It's a little past 3 a.m. That's how I do it. I go to bed early. They think I'm sleeping all night. No, I'm not sleeping all night. I'm up between 1 and 3 so that I can be on top of y'all out there casting spells and hexing and waiting for the moon and barking at the moon and going to the graveyard. Fuck you, I'm here. I'm here! What you want? What you want with me? Child of God. Yes. I am a chip of the old block. I am a ray of the old sun. Child of God. Yes. So, it's a good idea to maintain the locks. And having said that, I will add that I have observed many males, black males, and some Caucasians who are getting their hair twisted are also doing this style. It's where they actually go to a stylist. Could you believe these people? They go to a freaking stylist and pay a hell of a lot of money. I think they do it every month. They go and they get their hair twisted, and they put a lot of grease. They're trying to achieve a texture of hair that is like an Indian person's hair, okay? But they're not Indian people. And I find that very disturbing. Okay? I find it because I know Indians have their own issues. Indians have race issues. You never heard of Gandhi. Gandhi was not a good man, and he was very racist, okay? He was also a misogynist, and he was a pedophile. Go and do your research, please. So no, even if I have Indian in my family tree, and when we would say that, people would laugh. It's funny, the same people who would laugh at us when we said we had Indian in our family tree, they hated our hair. They were jealous of us because of hair. Black people, yes, we are black, we're all black, but we're not all the same. There's different black people. There's a lot of black people who are mixed with white. Well, in my family tree, there is white, but it's minuscule. My family background is mostly comprised of indigenous, dark-skinned indigenous people mixed for generations with Indians from India. They had a bit of a lighter complexion, which tended to basically say that they had a sense of superiority. I saw it in my own family, okay? But this is about the locks. Keep in mind that we see you, we can see you, and we can see the lint in your hair. And all you have to do is stop, maybe once or twice a week, go through your hair, your locks, and see and maintain. If you see any white spots, white bits, white lines, something that's white and your hair is not white, it's lint, it's dust, and it's built up in your hair. For me personally, I don't mind. I'll break that shit up. I'll take the tweezers and I'll break it up to get under it, to get the lint and pull it out. And yeah, then my hair gets all fuzzy and it's not a perfect lock anymore. It's not all smooth and silky. But hey, my hair does not grow smooth and silky. My hair grows nice and soft, wavy, curly, kinky, coily. My hair has all the qualities of all the black people. I'm on a spectrum of this bitch, right? I love my hair in all its forms, but it's especially nice when it's just been washed and conditioned and it's behaving itself. Otherwise, my hair will, when it dries, bunch up a bit at the root. And I'm okay with that because I love me, I love my hair, I love myself. And I'm not ashamed to show my roots will bunch up. It gets bushy, right? And that's what a lot of black people are trying to get out of their head, is their bushy hair. That's how our hair grows. Naturally, it's beautiful, but you've been conditioned, you've been brainwashed to think that your hair is not beautiful, that it's not attractive. So you guys, and I suspect that many of you are at least bisexual, if not gay, who do this hairstyle. You're twisting your hair obsessively at the root, and you're shaving the back and sides like you don't want your roots to show. That's what I've been observing from you black males for very long time, many years. Many black males, those of you who don't have hair, you start to, I guess you see yourself balding at the top, then you shave everything, and every day you shave your head. I know black men who shave their head every single day because they don't want to show their roots. And I think that's probably why they're so fixated on women, always telling us what to do, how to dress, what to wear, how to be. Meanwhile, check yourself, buddy. Your dreadlocks, your locks are dreadful. They got lint on it and it looks nasty, and it gives us all a bad name. I cannot stand when they have ignorant people talking about locks like, oh, they're dirty. No, my locks are never dirty. My locks are washed at least twice weekly, more in the summertime when it's hot. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment or not. It's all good. Love your hair, love your locks, love yourselves, black people. And people love to copy others, and that's why so many of you had dreadlocks. But I'm kind of upset about that because I am seeing increasingly more and more criminality in the youth, the black males running around with their baby dreads, growing dreads, and committing crime. I'm sorry, committing crime and dreads and locks don't go with committing crime. Locks are a sign of consciousness. Locks mean that you have become conscious of your roots and you want to get on board the alignment craft. You want to be aligned with your source, and you can do it through your hair. All right? Thank you. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. I neglected to add the most important part. The reason I came to record this is because of this. Dreadlocks. I call them locks. Locks are more than just a symbolic statement of disregard for physical appearance. Both the Eastern and Western traditions hold that bodily, mental, and spiritual energies mainly exit the body through the top of the head and the hair. If the hair is knotted, they believe the energy remains within the hair and the body, keeping a person more strong and healthy. An excellent example from Western tradition is biblical Samson, whose unsurpassed strength was lost when Delilah cut off his 7 locks of hair. In classical India, all students on the spiritual path were directly enjoined by their scriptures to develop locks as a means to detach them from physical vanity and aid them in the development of bodily strength and supernatural mental and spiritual powers.